Today, the transportation sector is one of the largest sources of greenhouse gas emissions responsible for climate change in Minnesota, accounting for 25% of the state's GHG emissions. Vehicle exhaust not only stinks, but it also kills. Pollution from cars, trucks, planes, trains and boats seriously affect public health and our climate. Pollutants from vehicle exhaust cover a wide range from particulate matter, volatile organic compounds and nitrogen oxides to other greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide. Although their names may sound harmless, their impact on human health when regularly inhaled is disastrous. PM2.5 alone, particles made up of fine inhalable particles about 30 times smaller than a single hair on your head, causes at least 100,000 premature deaths a year in the United States. The Minnesota Pollution Control Agency and the Minnesota Department of Health estimated that particulate matter and ozone pollution are responsible for 2,000 to 4,000 deaths per year in Minnesota. Fortunately, electric vehicles have little or no tailpipe emissions, are a multi-pronged method to decarbonise our economy and reduce GHG emissions. This video will talk about the top 10 cheapest SUVs on sale by 2022. Stay with us till the end of the video to find out. This makes electrifying our transportation system will bring great benefits to Minnesota, the Midwest and the United States as a whole. In nearly every state in the United States, electric vehicles produce fewer emissions than the average fossil fuel car. And as our electricity grid continues to decarbonise rapidly, electric vehicles will become even more environmentally friendly. Fresh energy will remain present every step of the way, continuing to shape and drive a bold policy for a just carbon-free future that works for everyone who lives in Minnesota. Audi Q440 e-tron Premium. The Audi e-tron is the newest and cheapest in Audi's e-tron electric vehicle lineup. This smart-looking compact SUV offers chunky styling and a futuristic interior in keeping with traditional Audi styling. The Q440 e-tron is an entry-level model with a single 201 horsepower electric motor driving the rear wheels, as opposed to the dual-motor all-wheel drive setup of the Q450. It's the rear-wheel drive version, but we imagine it will be smaller to Volkswagen's 260 miles and perhaps slightly less as its 82 kilowatt-hour battery is shared with the Volkswagen ID.4 like most of its equipment. Ford Mustang Mach-E Select RWD. We're pleased to see Ford's compelling Tesla Model Y rival, the Mustang Mach-E, isn't priced out of the stratosphere. Rear-wheel drive and the smaller of the two available batteries, the Select base model offers a range of 230 miles and, in our opinion, looks just as good as the more expensive Premium and GT models from every angle. Initial demand was high. Ford was taking 20 weeks of backlog orders at the time of writing. But we wouldn't leave that to the price hike from dealers. And since it's positioned as a Mustang rather than a regular car, the Mach-E will never be a bargain. Still, we think the pricing of the Mustang Mach-E entry-level Select model is pretty fair for all it has to offer. Volkswagen ID.4 Pro. Volkswagen's first all-electric SUV is an EV that's easy to admire. It offers the driving experience we've come to expect from a Volkswagen, but the space and practicality we've come to expect from a compact SUV. The new ID.4 Pro is the entry-level model offering 201 horsepower, rear-wheel drive and a range of 260 miles. It's not the fastest or longest-legged vehicle on the list, but we still think it's a good buy. Note that the price we list here is for the 2021 model year ID.4. Volkswagen hasn't released 2022 pricing, but we wouldn't be surprised if the tag slinks up on a few bucks. Kia Niro EV-EX. A close relative to the Hyundai Kona EV you'll meet later in this list, the Kia Niro EV is more practical than these two siblings, with more upright styling and less driving excitement. But it offers a larger rear seat and cargo area, and it's responsibly fast for a low-cost EV. We hit 60 miles per hour in 6.2 seconds, but the trade-off to its more generous interior is less range, 239 miles compared to Hyundai's 258. In terms of price, it rules out the Volkswagen ID4, which offers a similar range and a lot more room for literally a few bucks. Armed with all this information, visit your Kia dealer and perhaps you can negotiate a cheaper price for this otherwise competent electric car. Hyundai Kona Electric SEL. Here's a pleasant surprise. The updated 2022 Kona Electric's base price is more than $3,000 less than last year's model, thanks to the elimination of Hyundai's entry-level Ioniq electric model. Whatever the reason, we're happy because there's a lot of things we love about the Kona Electric, including its punchy drivetrain, sharp handling chassis and handy hatchback shape. The Kona EV is slightly narrower indoors than the closely related Kia Niro EV, but makes up for it with a longer range of 258 miles. Factor in federal and state tax incentives and the Kona Electric isn't much more expensive than many smaller crossovers in the same size class. Mazda MX-30. It looks too good to be true. It's a brand new electric SUV from a brand we love with a price tag that makes it one of the most affordable EVs on the market. There's got to be a catch. The MX-30 comes with an EPA-rated range of only 100 miles. Acceleration from the 143 horsepower electric motor is lukewarm, and even the 50 kilowatt fast charging capability isn't very fast. It's as if Mazda bought a bunch of 2016 Nissan Leafs and reskinned them with CX-30 bodies. Mazda plans to sell just 560 units in California alone for 2022, and we bet they're having a hard time finding that many buyers. Chevrolet EUV. The Bolt EUV is a new Chevrolet model that is a longer wheelbase version of the Chevrolet with a wider rear seat. Its 250-mile range is a better sight than many of the cheaper EVs on this list, and it's a big deal amongst electric family haulers. We were annoyed by the fact that the Bolt EUV is not offered with all-wheel drive and questioned whether it could even call itself an SUV. But we can't argue about the value on the base model. It's too important for a family friend. If you've gotten this far, be sure to smash the subscribe button for more awesome content. Chevrolet Bolt EV. The 2022 model year introduces a facelift version of the Bolt with new body panels in the familiar egg shape. The results may not please everyone, but we think bargain hunters will find the new 2022 Bolt quite attractive, as Chevrolet has cut around $5,500 from the base price. The mechanical ends remain essentially unchanged, so you get the same immediate acceleration and 259-mile range that helped the original Bolt win the 2017 Car of the Year title. Among affordable EVs, the 2022 Chevrolet Bolt is one of the smarter options. Mini Cooper SE Signature. We love Minis and would love to recommend the electric version, but we can't convince ourselves to do so. The Mini SE is a heavily discounted electric car and plays its role with delight, offering its hapless buyer a range of just 110 miles, a tough ride, and excessive road and wind noises. The fast charging capacity is nothing short of fast charging capability on a DC fast charger that takes 40 minutes to restore 80% of its low range. On the plus side, the Mini Cooper SE is fast, reaching 60 miles per hour in 6.0 seconds, faster than gas-powered Mini hardtops. But the rock-hard tyres and feedback-free steering deprive it of the fun we've come to expect from a Mini. Most of the other cars on this list prove that a cheap electric car doesn't need to feel so cheap. Nissan Leaf S40 KW. A price cut of $4,245 for 2022 makes the Nissan Leaf the cheapest new electric car you can buy, not that you would know from onboard experience. The Leaf's luxury interior and luxury driving makes it feel more expensive than a few expensive cars on this list. The cheapest model comes with a 40 kilowatt battery and gives the Leaf a range of 149 miles. It's nothing spectacular, but still better than some of the other cars on this list. Still, the Leaf isn't a sporty ride and charge times aren't great, but given the price and possibilities, the Nissan Leaf S offers the best we can hope for in a budget car. Tremendous value. You may enjoy this video here. Until next time, thank you for watching.